The amount of carbon stored by microscopic plankton will increase in the coming century, predict researchers at the University of Bristol and the National Oceanography Centre, NOC. Their findings were published today in the journal PNAS, Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences. Lead author, Dr. Jamie Wilson, of the University of Bristol School of Earth Sciences, explained, "The biological pump stores roughly double the amount of carbon dioxide that is currently in our atmosphere in the deep ocean. Because plankton are sensitive to climate change, this carbon pool is likely to change in size, so we set out to understand how this would change in the future in response to climate change by looking at the latest future projections by IPCC models. Microscopic organisms living in the sun-lit surface. Warming of the ocean slows down the circulation, increasing the time that carbon is stored in the deep ocean. In contrast, we found a decline in the global export production, the amount of organic matter, such as dead plankton, sinking below the ocean surface, which suggests that export production may not be as accurate a metric for the biological carbon pump than previously thought. We demonstrated that the organic matter flux at 1,000 meters is instead a better predictor of long-term carbon sequestration associated with the biological carbon pump. This outcome will help us to better understand the processes that control the biological carbon pump and to predict more reliably how much of the carbon released due to human activity will be stored in the ocean in the future. However, the IPCC models have no consistent representation of the ENVIR. This leads to a large uncertainty in how much carbon dioxide originating from the atmosphere the biological pump will store beyond the end of the century. In theory, after 2100 carbon storage by the biological pump could stall and instead may start acting as a source of carbon dioxide to the atmosphere, which could exacerbate climate change further. This part of the ocean is still poorly understood because it is so hard to observe, but it is also just now starting to come under pressures of environmental change, fishing and deep-sea mining. Understanding how the twilight zone controls how much carbon is stored by biology in the ocean means we can figure out how to avoid the worst impacts from human practices like fishing and mining. The team will now work towards figuring out which processes in the twilight zone are the most important. Make a difference. Sponsored opportunity StorySource. Materials provided by University of Bristol. Note: content may be edited for style and length. Journal reference: Jamie D. Wilson, Oliver Andrews, Anna Catavota, Francisco de Mello Verissimo, Rose M. Death, Marcus Adloff, Chelsea A. Baker, Benedict Blackledge, Fraser W. Goldsworth, Alan T. Kennedy Asser, Qian Liu, Katie R. Siarajan, Emily Vosper, Rui Ying. Plankton will store more carbon as Earth's climate warms, but storage beyond the end of the century is uncertain. Science Daily, the 11th of July 2022. ift.tt/bicxmcw. University of Bristol, 2022, July 11. Plankton will store more carbon as Earth's climate warms, but storage beyond the end of the century is uncertain. https://ift.tt/bicxmcw. Access July 11, 2022. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe my channel for more videos.